boy even said that I was the president of the itty bitty titty committee.
What? These kids are savages! React to this. They won't stop growing. I have the same problem with my potatoes outside. Once you get a few of them, you know, it's good. It's great. You have potatoes, but then you have too much. You have too much after that. Potatoes! Nobody needs that many potatoes. So My Story Animated has blessed us once again with another quality animation, and it looks like they always had this banner, because I don't know how this relates. I mean, it's a nice looking banner. It kind of looks like China. I'm probably completely wrong. Honestly, I'm just totally guessing. It's what it reminds me of with all the lights. It's just that when you look at this, you don't see, you don't think of this, you know? Anyway, today we're gonna be reacting to My Story Animated. Link down below. Check them out, okay? They are really blowing up. Like, I gotta say, they are rising to the top ranks of the animation channels that we've reacted to, at least. And the latest one, because of Daniel Does Donuts, Daniel has asked me to react to They Won't Stop Growing. Okay, it's like, so you're just showing off now. Like, come on. That's like if I were to make a video saying, I just keep getting money. The money just won't stop. Help me. I guarantee you everyone will leave a dislike on that. But I understand there's back problems, but you know, knowing these animation stories, this is probably not gonna have anything to do with what we think it's gonna be, so let's find out together, shall we? Aw. I really like how it starts out already in the description. It all started one night when me and my sister decided to stay up late. Suddenly, we heard something breaking. It was my shirt. Like, how is this gonna go? Oh, dang, are you part of the tomato gang? Leon Lush? Hey, anyone else watch Leon Lush? Pretty sure that's his merch. Oh, no, that's an apple. I'm just stupid, that's all.
Hey, I'm Blake. Like Blake Lively.
Hi,
And
Blake.
so when I was
Hi, Blake.
younger, I was really flat-chested. I was self-conscious about my body.
Just jumping
My
right
mom
in.
said I was perfect just the way I was, but she didn't have to deal with being bullied all the time. Kids at school used to tease me and call me names. They called my breasts mosquito bites and bee stings. Like,
Why? They're so mean. You can't control your body, all right? I'm still convinced that this story is about potatoes in one way, one shape or form, you know? We'll figure it out.
one boy even said that I was the president of the itty bitty titty committee.
What? These kids are savages. Do kids really say this kind of stuff? Like, I feel like back in my day, I sound like a real boomer now. Back in my day. I feel like in my day, I feel like there was like, I remember, I think someone called me like pizza face or something like that. And I've seen like it happen to other people because I have freckles. Like, they're not too noticeable, but if you look really closely, you know, I got this high quality camera that you can see, and like, you know, I've been called that, so I just don't think do kids really like have time for bullying with all their Twitters and stuff?
Nice. So my friend Casey told me to try a push-up bra, but I didn't have any cleavage to push up. Instead, I decided to stuff my bra. Worst idea ever.
Yeah. I love the narrator specifically. First of all, it's different, which, you know, everyone always comments it's the same narrator, but this narrator's like, like, I don't think, I would like to say they're putting on an act. It's like a kind of like a nerdy kind of bit. Unless that's the real voice, then now I seem like a bully, and I'm not trying to be.
When I went to school, I thought the teasing would stop because I looked like I had breasts. Instead, it got even worse.
The narrator, I'm sorry, it's killing me. I look like I got breasts.
The teasing would stop because I looked like I had breasts. Instead, it got even worse. Everyone knew what I'd done, and then the tissue fell out of one side, so my chest looked lopsided. I was so embarrassed.
Well, I put her on my test, and then I went to school, and one of them fell out, and I was upside. There's no way you actually sound like this. Again, if you do, I'm so sorry, but like, I feel like it's not. You get what I'm saying? I would never make fun of someone for having like a speech problem, but she sounds like a nerdy girl, like on purpose, clichédness, you know? But yeah, I never understood why girls do that. Like, I get it, especially if people are like calling you names, which is totally wrong, right? But it's kind of the same thing as using like face filter and Facetune and stuff. And some people some people are really open about using that kind of stuff, but I just don't see the point. Like, for me, like, I get pimples, like, literally you can see them on me, and I use high quality cameras, even though when I have probably no business doing so, because I'm not the most prettiest thing. I do my best, but like, when it comes to that kind of stuff, like, I don't see the point of stuffing it. I would understand you want to push things up a little bit, because, you know, these are girl struggles, by the way. I know I'm a guy, but I like to try to like see if I can understand their point of view. But yeah, stuffing, I just don't see the point of that, especially when people see you one day and you got no bobs, and then the next day you do. I could, like, it's kind of
And the
obvious.
tissue fell out of one side, so my chest looked lopsided.
I like how she said chests, like she has multiple chests. You know who did have multiple chests? The last dude in last video. Oh my god, what is... That fool had 4 of them. He didn't need to do no stuffing because he had it all. In case you missed last episode, we reacted to, what was it again? Oh yeah, he has x-ray vision and also a Ninja Turtle chest. Ugh.
I was so embarrassed. I ran and locked myself in the restroom. Casey came to find me.
Bro, that's a shower. This ain't no regular. This is your house shower. This ain't no school. Look at this. Someone lives here. Do you run school in your home?
Casey came to find me. Don't let them get to you, she said. But I couldn't help it. No one wanted to date a girl with no breasts.
That's not
Casey
true.
told me I should just get breast implants.
Wow, just implants?
I knew it was the only solution, so I decided to do it. The surgery cost $5,000.
How old are you in college? I'm just really confused. Like you made it sound like it was so easy to do that. I just decided and it was okay. Like of course every girl like has that option if you have the money and things like that. But I would argue, and I've actually read a book about it. It's called Psycho-Cybernetics, and it talks about specifically your mindset and your self-image, and it goes hand to hand with surgeries and like people that get surgeries to better themselves. Some people legitimately need it, especially if you have like disfigurement and things like that, which I totally get that. But a lot of this stuff is in your mind. You don't realize there's actually a lot of guys out there that don't really care about those kinds of things, especially in Japan. Like I've seen interviews of guys that, like, they don't care about that. In fact, people don't like it. And so I kind of feel like this is the old style of thinking,
But my mom refused to pay, especially because I was just a teenager.
Oh.
So one night, I stole some of her jewelry.
Here we go. Here we go. I already hate the main character. Any sympathy I had for you? No more. You stole from your mom to pay for your sacks? That sounds funny.
And I sold it.
I sold it.
Really
I stole. I committed a crime.
People. His name was Dr. Jonas. I told him I wanted to go for the biggest size possible, but he refused. He said I didn't have enough skin tissue.
How about you don't have your parents' permission? No one talked about that? I guess you could just walk in and get a surgery with no parental consent. It's like they don't want your ID or nothing. Nah, okay. Did she go into a back alley to get this surgeon from Dr. Nick from The Simpsons? Dr. Nick, everybody. Also, I didn't know you had to have enough skin tissue. That was interesting.
When he did the surgery, he gave me a B cup size. A B was better than nothing, but at the same time, I
have so many questions. Like, I go through like a millisecond. I already have 10 questions. Her mom didn't notice the jewelry was stolen. Her mom, okay, I'm freaking out over here. Her mom didn't notice that like she was gone for days or that she like had to recover. She didn't go to school. Nobody questioned it. This just went so smoothly. Now I know this one's true for sure.
A B was better than nothing, but at the same time, I still wasn't happy with my breasts.
See, that's what I mean. Like what I read about in that book is that no matter what, people, they would fix. So say they had something wrong with their nose. Maybe they got into a car accident and they fixed a scar and they would fix it and they would look totally fine. And everyone else around them would look at them and be like, oh my God, wow, you look amazing. But the person that actually got the surgery would look in the mirror and they could still see it. They can actually still see their scars and still see things that aren't actually there anymore. So in reality, basically, to sum it up, it wasn't their face that was wrong. It was how they thought of themselves in their mind. And it's really interesting. If you like reading those books, read that book. It's really good.
I wanted more. So I wore a padded bra and my boobs looked huge.
Huge!
After the surgery, boys started giving me attention, which I wasn't used to. Life shows different when you had big boobs.
Yeah, those guys love toilet paper.
Matthew. He was really hot, tall, and handsome. I couldn't believe I was dating a guy like him. He said he admired my body, and he thought I was really hot too.
Wait, isn't that the same thing? I admire your body, and you're hot too. And your looks ain't bad either. Like, I'm very confused. And I like how he's just so openly shallow, and she's just like totally cool with it. Because in reality, she's exactly the same way.
It wasn't long before things started getting steamy between us.
Oh, stop.
We often made out in his car,
actually.
And when his parents weren't home, we went to his house. But we still, didn't go all the way. So one time Matthew bought me expensive lingerie, like red panties and a bra. The bra he got me though was like 10 sizes bigger than my actual size.
What does he want to date? Big Mama? That's who this guy wants to date. I want to date Big Mama. I want to date Martin Lawrence. That was who it is, right? It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. Big Mama's house. Now that's what he's into.
I guess he didn't realize I was still wearing padded bras. So
Oh,
when I
God.
put on the bra, looked
Bigger.
basically empty. Even
want
when I
bigger.
put tissue in, I was so embarrassed. But I knew he'd accept me no matter what.
No, he won't. Like, dude, that dude sounds so shallow. I don't think he will. I want those big medicine balls. I want 2 big medicine balls in your shirt. Bigger. I want 2 slingshots. The size of tarps.
After all, we really liked each other. So I went to his house wearing his gift with just a jacket over it, like in movies. But when he
Like
opened
in
the door,
movies.
I took the jacket off and Matthew looked amazed. But when he started touching me, he got all confused. Why is your bra empty? He said. Did your breasts, like, disappear?
Whoa, like, did your, like, bobs, like, is this a fair?
I was so embarrassed. I told him about how flat-chested I used to be and how I'd gotten surgery, but it only helped me get a B-cup size. And then I only used padded bras, and I thought Matthew would be nice about it, but he kicked me out of the house and told me he...
Get out of here! I wanted Big Mama, and you were the next best thing. You had it all going on, but you ruined my dreams, and for that reason, I'm out. Shark Tank, I'm out.
never wanted to see my face again. What a jerk! I cried.
What? He didn't love you for
It
you?
wasn't my fault that my
What?
breasts
That
were
is mind
small.
blown.
I hated Dr. Jonas for only giving me a B cup, and I began searching for a new doctor. Eventually, I found
Oh,
this
no.
doctor, who actually seemed
Bigger.
kind of cute. His name was Will, so I paid him a visit, and he looked even cuter in real life. The kind
What
of guy
the
you only
heck?
meet in, Prince Charming movies. But I stopped myself with going too far with my thoughts, because he was my doctor after all. I explained the situation to him and how I wanted my boobs to be much bigger. He said it was no problem and he could do it for me. He explained that there was a type of implant which would help my boobs grow after
I'll do it for free. I'll do it absolutely for free. All you gotta do is feed me. He's like, I'm very hungry.
the surgery. Forget double D, he said. You could be a G or an H. It would be amazing. I don't know, I said. I mean, I don't want
This
to look
guy's a freak,
stupid.
this
Don't be
surgeon.
silly. It would look so hot on you, said Will.
Nope, no! Stop! No surgeon would say that. It would look so hot. I want you to be my experimental rat. He's like, have you ever seen the movie Big Mama? He takes off his mask, it's the boyfriend. Oh! I just love how ridiculous these stories are. I do. I really do, because it's just no way. Wait, do they have the wrong description? They put the wrong description. Why would they do that? It explains nothing about this video. I was like, it all started one night when me and my sister decided to stay up late, and suddenly we heard something breaking. Like, what the heck? I was like wondering when that was gonna happen this whole time.
And it's only a bit more expensive than standard surgery. But then I told him I didn't have the money to pay for it. Will said it was okay. He'd do it for free if I became his girlfriend.
Oh my god, I was
accepted his
right.
offer immediately. I mean, who turned down a hot boyfriend
He's a
and
hot-
free breast implants?
Yeah.
When I woke up from my surgery, I was in a lot of pain. More pain than with Dr. Jonas the first time. But when I looked at my chest, I couldn't believe it. My breasts were huge. Babe, you
If there's any...
look
Oh, you said
gorgeous,
babe. That's so
said Will.
weird.
We're gonna have so much fun.
This, oh god, it's so hard to watch this. This isn't easy to watch at all. I don't like it. I don't like it. Have you ever seen pictures of like girls that like the ridiculous ones, like the ones that are in the Guinness World Records of having like the biggest like implants basically? It's not pretty. Nothing about it is pretty. It gets to a point where it's like it doesn't fit you and we're just going for like another like Kim K like situation. Like I know a lot of people like idolize like her body, but like when you get especially butt surgeries and things like that, like your butt is literally just gonna like sag off and fall off. Like you can't really work that out very well without getting more surgery. So it just gets to a point where you just gotta be happy with yourself. Like there are things about myself that I didn't like, such as my teeth. I'm fixing that now. Thank God there's a way I can do that where it's not crazy. Like people that get implants or want surgery, I totally get it. Like sure, go for it. But like, when you don't have to get so ridiculous about it. When you have to keep going larger and larger, you probably have a more of a bigger issue, I would say.
He wanted to be with me all the time, which was great at first, but after a while, I felt like it was all he wanted. Just as
She
Will
was like-
said that they would.
She was like a clay model to him. He just wants to build her perfectly.
Bigger and bigger, but there was nothing natural about them. My right breast was bigger than the left, and I looked stupid. Will didn't care. He just wanted to fool around more, but
He's like, I love the fact that everything he pulls out, like his he pulls out his waifu, and it's like a freaking mutant. Well, it's kind of her fault for like going to a surgeon that said they would do it for free. She literally did go to Dr. Nick from The Simpsons.
the last thing I felt like doing. My breasts were so big, it was really uncomfortable. And then my left breast got really sore.
I'm assuming she's like an adult by now, right? Because like this is just weird.
Me in his clinic, and he told me I had an infection, but that it was totally normal.
You have an infection as I smile. You have an infection. Aren't you happy? Oh, I can't wait to... I can't even finish my own sentence.
That it was a common side effect with this type of implant, and all I needed was some antibiotics, and I'd be fine. When
He's
I
like,
asked
but I
him
can't give
what
them
I
to you.
could do about my breasts being different sizes, he offered to give one massage to encourage one breast to grow. I said no. I took the
Everything
antibiotics
about this
he gave
is
me, though,
horrible.
and it helped the infection go away. But that was just the start of my problems. My breasts
Oh, she's been fixed already. Okay,
kept
great.
getting bigger, and I
Oh,
got
no.
another infection. I decided to
Oh.
go see Jonas instead of
The
Dr. Will.
I decided
When
to go see
he
the
saw
Jonas
my
Brothers.
breasts, he frowned and shook his head. This isn't good, Blake, he said. These implants are banned, and for a good reason. They're really dangerous. I wish you'd come back to tell me if you wanted another augmentation.
He was like, I told you not to fly to Brazil.
I burst into tears. Can you help me? I said. Dr. Jonas said that he could get my breasts back to the same size by removing the serum from my larger breast. Because he advised
essentially
me to get the implants removed completely because they were so dangerous.
she's gonna look like
I knew
Frankenstein
Dr.
after this.
Will would be angry if I got
And then she
implants
really ain't gonna
removed,
like it.
But I did make an appointment with Dr. Jonas to remove some of the serum to make my breasts smaller and the same size. Will wasn't happy when he saw what I'd done. I didn't.
What did you do? You ruined everything. You were my precious. Ah! That's just how I imagine this ending, at least.
A lot
I
of
don't know.
work on those implants, he said. It cost me a lot of money. I don't want to be with a girl with small breasts. Small?
Oh,
My
shallow.
breasts were a size J. Anyway, said Will.
Are they just picking letters? I was a Z cup. They literally, both of them went like that. Like, just like that. Very confusing.
I got a surprise for you. I've been talking to a producer friend of mine, and he was interested in having you audition for one of his movies.
Audition?
I don't want to talk to you if your breasts are too
Stop!
small, though. Why do I need big boobs for a movie? I asked.
She's
Then
so
I
stupid!
realized
She's so
what
stupid!
kind of movie he was talking about. I don't want to be an adult star, I yelled. Will and I split up, but I still had problems with my supersized breasts, and without Will's money, I couldn't afford to get the implants removed. I kept getting infections, and I was always sick. And now I've been told if I
Then I
don't
die.
get the implants taken out, I could die at any time from an infection. Will did such a bad
I am
job.
like,
the only
seriously,
way to get rid
I'm like a sight. What do you call them? What do you call them? I'm not like a sightseer. That's a person that travels. I'm a foreseer. What do you call them? People that can tell the future? I just feel like I'm that because like I always guess exactly what's going to
of
happen in
them
these stories.
is if I have my breasts removed. But I can't say yes to that. After I broke up with Will, I had to find a way to make money. But every job I applied to rejected me because of the way I looked. I mean, I was carrying 100 pounds worth of breasts in my bra.
100 pounds? 50 pounds each? No, you aren't. What are you talking about? Dude, she's like she must really, I feel like this story, I feel like this story is not accurately presenting what she's supposed to really look like. I think she probably looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame at this point. 100, do I look good? Dude, like her back. 100 pounds. Oh my, you're lying.
Of course, no one
Stop
would accept me
lying.
for a normal job. At last,
No
I got
wonder
hired
why
as a
people would
waitress
accept you.
at a nearby restaurant. I was so happy to start working, but it wasn't long before I discovered that this job was going to be really hard. Whenever I took
Or is
orders
it
from
Hooters, or
customers,
is
they
this
just
a
stared at my
Starbucks?
boobs, even the women. It was so embarrassing. I mean, I bet no one even knew what my face looked like. And
I mean,
when I brought food to the table, broke.
she literally added 2 wonders to the world. Because that, like, 50 pounds is a lot. Like, that's a lot of pounds.
Today, I dropped a plate and it broke. One of the pieces scratched a customer and his hands started bleeding. I was fired
Why?
that day. I went home crying.
She
I didn't
was
know what to do
fired?
without that job. But a week later, my boss called and said most of the customers stopped coming to the restaurant because I wasn't there.
Stop! She's literally become a circus attraction, and her boss says, okay, I know you cut the customer with the plate that you dropped, an accident, which happens quite a bit. Like, you always, like, multiple times I've been to restaurants and you hear them break stuff, and I guess one flung up and sliced the guy in half, apparently, according to how serious they made it sound. Like, we were, like, how could you leave us? I mean, the funny part about this is that he fired her and now he's like kind of mad. He's like, yeah, we were running ads saying that we have a circus freak at our coffee shop and that's why you should come to ours over the actual Starbucks, because we have monster freaks. Like, if you need tables, don't worry, we got plenty of room on the 9th wonders of the world.
Me to come back and work as a hostess. He was gonna pay me a salary of $7,000 a month, and I just had to sit near the restaurant entrance and greet customers, basically.
She got $7,000 to greet customers? What? It's so degrading and also so, like, kind of good. Wow, I'm so happy this worked out for her.
I'm famous around where I live. People come and take pictures with me all the time. And a few months ago, some agent came up to me and said that he wanted to sign me and make me even more famous and well known.
The narrator sounds like they're guessing. I think, are they making this up? They just pay people to be like, okay, I need you to come up with a ridiculous story and just come up with it off the fly.
Yes, right away. The first thing they did was open an Instagram account for me, and I posted steamy pictures daily. I thought people thought that I'd looked weird, but I was surprised to get so many comments from fans who thought I was pretty and even hot. So one guy, named Oren, DM'd me. He was a bodybuilder, and he wanted us to go out. He looked pretty cute in his photos, but when we
I can probably guess on who her boyfriend actually is. Any of these guys will do. People that literally inject muscles. It's gotta be one of these. All right, guys. Well, I mean, what do you think? Do you think that story was real? I mean, it seemed pretty legit to me. And like, I really hope that her and her air balloons really like are okay. I mean, it sounded like it ended really well. So like, if you guys don't mind me, I'm gonna go put I'm gonna put balloons, like big old balloons, the biggest ones I could find, probably at the dollar store, in my shirt, and I'm gonna go make $7,000 being a greeter. So yeah, scrub of the day time. Today's scrub of the day goes to Daniel Does Donuts. Leave me some more stories, and don't forget to check out My Story Animated. As ridiculous as the stories are, I find them very entertaining, so check them out.